gives me more pleasure than cutting that check. For real. But not when you misrepresent your relationship with your former employer. Fraud, 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 fraud. Keem, Roxy, there's a reason why Keem was so much more mad at you than at me. Was he on your side through the whole thing? For how long? How long were you talking to him before you told me? Because you never told me shit until I went and told you. You even said on one of your live streams, I have the clip, you even said, oh, well, then they got in my ear and I realized Becky was probably manipulating me, so I stopped trying. No, I was never manipulating you. I was trying for you. How are your streams doing without me, Roxy? How are they doing? Everyone says Roxy was the moneymaker. How'd you do, Roxy? Are you having fun at Six Flags streaming to 20 people? Guess what? Every teenage idiot at Six Flags has a smartphone with them and can do what you're doing. That's not where the money is.
Yes.
Sir Joseph.
I'm telling you, bro, this is so much delusion and bullshit with her, bro.
And she says it the whole time while she lays in that mud. Oh, wait, that's not Becky. That was the pig.
While she's having fun just rooting in her own piss and shit, you know, because she lives in a fixed eye, bro. It's horrible.
Dude.
Yeah. So she's actually talking about taking them to court. Have you heard this one?
You know, if she does that, she would, first of all, she's going to lose because there's going to be discovery and she's going to have to end up paying them because they did not work for us.
Yeah. And that's the sad part, bro. She's an idiot. She's definitely an idiot, bro. Let me pull that up for you.
Chicken Hen, you can't possibly think we're all deaf and blind.
So here we are with the covers of their weekend stream. So if I kind of go through a lot of it, my apologies. Or if I, don't have a lot of long clips, it's because we do have a lot to cover, and I kind of feel like on my end, I did not pay it. Not that I didn't pay attention, I just did not create a timeline or anything. Or I didn't even attempt to create not a timeline. That's stupid of me. YouTube is not good when it's coming to keeping. They'll give you the date, but they don't give you the exact time things are uploaded. So you kind of have to kind of guess when things are coming. I know cafe is always first in the morning, so I could kind of just go into it and just like, all right, cafe is usually first on the weekend, then sometime test, then obviously nerd, and occasionally live. Yeah, but also here we have Michael kind of confirming, at least for the most part, that Roxy or Savage didn't really work for them. The whole money thing is like up in the air now, and the whole thing going to court over the money, because from what we were told, they were it was like $4,000 for at least Roxy. I don't know for Savage, it could be more, it could be less. What makes me really wonder, how much were they making, right? The amount of money they have to be making must have been intense, must have been crazy. Which really gets my interest going. I mean, like, yeah, I think if Mike's saying that you're going to lose, I mean, let's be fair, Mike got his stuff dropped, so he's the expert.
I'll collab with them and they'll collab with me, but there's no way. She was setting everybody else. She was setting everybody up to favor.
Yep. And so someone pointed out David Jaffe was actually in her chat, and she went over there to his stream. So I'm curious. Mm-hmm. I'm actually curious if they talked about. Well, I'm sure they did, but let me pause this real quick. Sorry,
the kids are in the shower. I gotta go get them dressed. Thanks for having me on, you guys.
Thanks for coming on, bro.
Bye.
Man.
But yeah, so this is definitely interesting.
That piece of shit.
Yeah, I ain't got shit for this dude either. Like, I know he tried to he tried to placate with me and all that shit, but then him and Becky were spinning the ticking time bomb narrative, and they did all. I can't, bro. I can't.
David Jaffe's a piece of shit. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah. All right. Let's let me see this quick.
Really upsets me, honestly.
Me too.
Because if it's a true thing, and you always have to say it with these guys, if it's a genuine thing that he has done, I'm not going to act like, oh, shame on Keemstar. I don't give a fuck Keemstar. I mean, I hope he has a happy life and a nice family, but he doesn't occupy any thoughts. But other than when we talk about it, and then he occupies my thoughts, because that would be weird. How do you even do that? Could you do it? Could you fragment? Could you compartmentalize your thoughts and say, I'm going to be talking about a circus I went to when I was a kid, but I'm doing taxes? Sounds like multi-core threading on a CPU or a series of CPUs is what I would suggest.
Yeah, it's like Oh, so you got the wrong girl, Petey boy.
You got the wrong
Oh man. Oh. But no, look, man.
No, I know.
The kid behind
It's
the camera.
hard.
It's like, look, man. I get.
Oh yeah.
I love the drama, and I love Jerry Springer, and I love WWE. But when Vince McMahon actually started people, got caught for it, it was time to go. And there is a point where I do think I'm disappointed in the lack of scruples of a lot of the audience that if they think it's scripted, I get it. But otherwise, it's like, why are you giving your money to an organization that I'm going to say alleged because I don't know. Mike may be innocent but
Yeah, I'm not going over that.
Okay, that whole goddamn narrative pisses me off. Listen, as a content creator, okay, I have a responsibility that if the would-be victim says they are not a victim and they say nothing happened and their story aligns, and their story they told not only twice, because they told it to several people and then it got dropped, and they also said it to Keemstar on a live stream. I'm not going to sit here and call somebody a victim when they don't call themselves a victim.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it. And then they turn around and they compare it to Wings. I saw Wings push Kelly.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Well, no, I thought Kelly actually tripped, and I didn't realize what I saw. It took Keem to actually show me, and I was like, oh. Okay, but I saw it. Everybody saw it. There is a huge difference between seeing something and then getting it by secondhand from the would-be victim. There is a difference.
It's been a while since I covered David Jaffe, and honestly, I probably should cover that stream between Becky and David Jaffe because it would probably get me, it's new information. New information, Nevertheless, the whole thing about I think I know where Xylee is coming from, where there is a difference between one person saying something and then actually seeing yourself. There is a clear difference on both fronts. Regardless if you like her or not, you can't deny what she's saying. It does hold a lot of weight. Now, I think I wonder if this also has to relate with, I wonder if it has to relate with the whole essay dealing, the fake essay, you know what I mean, with Richie and Becky. I doubt it. I really doubt it. Now we do have other people to cover. We do have the Test Boys, because apparently Nightmare and Grim did a show, and then there's obviously Joe Mama who did a show. We have a lot to cover for this weekend stream. Now, with the whole thing with Kelly and then telling people who they're not a victim, I understand. Obviously, if people didn't see the whole post with Kelly, then it would have been whatever, right? There would have been it's he said, she said. Unless you're a big time Wing hater, then it's gonna be different, right? And then compared to obviously, if somebody calls in, gives you the story, and if it lines what happened, then you kind of have to make up your own conclusions. Which is very valid. I can see how that both are valid. We gotta move on. We have more to cover.
Lucy's for some reason. The only thing that came to her mind was when she was a kid, and this other kid was also a kid. He threw a rock at her to display his affection for her.
Here to dominance. Me for money.
It's dominance.
It's dominance? That's what we're calling it?
Yeah, he said it's dominance.
Around. Beat her into a
you fucking
I love you! I love you! That means I love
bitch. I'll show you love.
Just give me a hug! That is probably the saddest thing I've heard.
Can we send Nightmare in here to needle?
Right, apparently CD-ROM's talking about
Gaming with Ultra 9305 super chatted $5. I'm glad to be back, guys. I went on an incredible weight loss journey, haha, love to see you, Grim.
Beautiful.
Hey, I appreciate you, Ultra.
Let's just listen to this.
Hopefully I get to have more conversation with you, man.
Yeah, Ultra's alright. Ultra, welcome back, you beautiful little specimen. Yeah, let's have a listen to this a sec. I'm really curious what's going on.
Can we send Nightmare in here to needle me for money? I'd really appreciate it if we didn't.
What?
Can we send Nightmare in here to needle me?
Here we are. It's been a while. I don't remember the last time we had Grim actually help host a show. I know Grim was on test like 2 weeks ago, but him actually hosting, I think it's been like what, a month or two now since the last time Grim was here. Because after Grim, it was who? After Grim, it was Michelangelo. I think there was somebody else before Ultra, and then now it was then there was Josh, and then there was Yo Mama. And a lot had changed since then, so now it's interesting. Now you may be asking, where's Yo Mama? I think Yo Mama had to go do something to that particular day, and he'll stream on Sunday, so we'll have a segment devoted to Yo Mama, the greatest Yo Mama. But yeah, it was great, and they mostly, for the most part, talked about Cooper. What I honestly do believe that like Cooper is, for the most part, it's kind of playing a role. Like he probably is sort of crazy, but he kind of feeds into the role, right? He feeds into the craziness, and I think that's what the LCU needs: somebody who's crazy, but knows how to pull it back, right? They just play it where they need to, and it works in his favor. And it's interesting to see the boys, right? Boys, handle that situation.
What's the age difference between me and Lacey? 8 years? Roughly? Oops. No. No arranged marriages. If I'm gonna get married, it's gonna be my decision. Look, I appreciate it, you guys, but I don't like people playing matchmaker for me. You'd have to ask her yourself, but I'm pretty sure she said, I think she told me she was 26. I don't remember. No, I'm the older one. I'm 34.
Kind of realized on hand that I may have to censor some of the sound, or I'll just let you two do it for me for free. Either way, CD Rom, who was back on Tech Talk, did an 8-hour play of Kingdom Hearts. If I remember carefully, he mentioned that he is a Kingdom Hearts 2 speedrunner randomized? I can't remember if it was just regular Kingdom Hearts or Kingdom Hearts. I mean, obviously he does Kingdom Hearts 2. I just can't remember if it was randomized or just pure Kingdom Hearts. But I know he did mention that he was a Kingdom Hearts speedrunner. Which is, dude, 8-hour stream of Kingdom Hearts. I may do that one day. I'm not gonna lie. One of these days, I'll just do a long Kingdom Hearts play. Just me playing Kingdom Hearts 1 all over. Because I haven't, believe it or not, right? I really like Kingdom Hearts, but I didn't really beat 1. Like, I know what happens in 1, but I've never actually played 1. I played a lot of 2, which 2 is a great game, and I'm still playing through 3, which hot take. Kingdom Hearts 3, it's a great game. If you don't disagree with me, if you disagree with me, you know what? It's over for you. It is over for you.
Christian, who was his true sweetheart by the name of... Well, anyway, Blue Spike was threatening Christian that he would give his information to Chris Hansen from To Catch a Predator. This was not optimal for Christian. These are some bad optics. Since Blue Spike was a twisted 14-year-old boy, needless to say, if anything, Blue Spike is probably a serial killer by now. So, with all this information at the fingertips of Chris Hansen, Christian had no other choice but to jam the medallion up his butt. He also shit his pants during the medallion stuffing. I think the miscreants did give Christian back his PSN account, so all's well that ends well, I suppose. High five! The third and fourth Sonichu medallions accompanied Christian. One of them actually looked like vomit that was shaped into the head of Sonic. Whatever.
That is the model that I ordered. It has the crystal in it. Alright, I believe that this crystal carries an unknown power.
These medallions accompanied Christian on many more adventures, like transitioning, spraying a GameStop worker with pepper spray over the Sonic game, where Sonic now had blue arms instead of tan arms. Then there was the famous mom diddling and jail time for said mom bopping. We're just gonna skip over the Christian tomboy phase.
I mean, Tom girl phase. I can't, dude. I can't.
YouTube trans star Christian, 39, is arrested for incest charges after...
Oh, boy.
Diddling her 79-year-old dementia-suffering mother.
Remember when there's a time that this sort of headline was something you'd only read in the Onion?
Zinger.
And now it's literally...
Shout out to It's a Gundam. really fast. I guess I'll dedicate a bit of time. It's a Gundam that actually heavily influenced me in my, I wouldn't say directional content, even though I don't really consider myself a content creator. I really don't consider myself a content creator, to be fair. But even with that, right? Even with that, it's a Gundam heavily influenced me. Also in gunpla building. If you haven't checked, I used to do gunpla videos. Maybe I will go back and do some gunpla video. Maybe that's what you guys need. We need wholesome content. We need to go back and do some gunpla video because my backlog is only ever growing. Now back to the Aussie, they mostly cover and went back with the crit chance stuff. Great choice of video, great choice of content creator. Once again, Twiggy, Twiggy for good content creator. It's a Gundam, it's great. With Dave, a lot of grounds to cover. They can literally spend weeks, days going to deeper in, lore of Christian. I personally, I've only ever did, I believe, 2 or 3, 4 videos of Christian. I'm pretty sure it's either 4 videos. I did 1. I think I did 1. No, 5. I think it was 5 or 6 actually. 1. If you go back to my earliest video, I did 1. My earliest video was probably just a ping image of Christian in the body of the demiurge. Then my second video was my 100 sub special video, where I kind of like said that Christian was the demiurge. I may go back and redo that video one day. Maybe for 1,000 subs, I'll redo the demiurge video. Then I did 2 more. I think I did 2 more videos after, kind of not being a Christian apologist, but just kind of asking questions about whether or not you should feel bad, the Christian lore and everything. And I think somewhere before that, I think I did a video on the Christian getting arrested, the footage. So besides that, I rarely ever touch Christian. Mostly because I feel like Christian, maybe one day we'll do a Christian like stream one day, but in reality, I just don't. But it's not that I don't have it in me, it's just, it's been overdone. Like, if you want to know who, in terms of low count, who is like the #1 low count, it's obviously Christian. It's been like overdone at this point. It's basically been beaten to the ground. Like, not even like there's any bone dust or marrow. It's literally, you're literally hitting the dirt where the once body of a horse was. That's basically what it becomes. And I'm not discouraging anybody or the Aussie boy. It's just like on my end, I feel like it's just been overdone at this point.
I said Republican. I'm pretty sure all these people here were Republicans. Wait, you never bunny suit?
Why does the bunny keep recurring?
Wait,
who is in the bunny suit?
Bro, wait a minute. Some weird shit's going on.
Oh, they're
right
also
now.
asking, check the dates on the photos. Don't forget, we're looking for 10/13 and we're looking for something from April. Or no, it was March. Or yeah, March and 10/13.
What happens if you run into the bunny?
What if the bunny just
What
like
the
pulls
fuck,
up?
bad girl. What's that guy's just still here, just in that same bunny suit, but he just murders and eats the people that come up on this. You know what?
What if you find, what if you find not somebody in the bunny suit, but just the bunny suit?
Ew, no. I don't know which is worst.
They said the bunny is Frank.
Frank? I don't like
What
that.
the bro? Here, you wanna be
They
the
said that's
cameraman?
some Donnie Dark.
And here we are. I believe that should be the last stream for Saturday. If I missed a stream on Saturday, please correct me. I'm pretty sure, I feel like I did, but I'm pretty sure I have everything for Saturday. Saturday ended with, besides the Twiggy, which later on he just added the code crit chance that we played Star Wars Battlefront 2, the new one, not the old one. I'm a big fan of the old Star Wars Battlefront. Good taste. I didn't play the EA versions, but I heard they're really good, and I should play them, but I just don't have the time. But back to what I was trying to say. Yeah, the nerds did their little Halloween. Not Halloween. Why am I thinking of Halloween? Spooky. They did their haunted house thing where they go to an abandoned place. Pretty pretty interesting. I think the idea is good. I think what they have is a good idea, but I think a part of me wondered what would it be like if they had a full crew. Essentially, what they're doing is funny enough what Wings wanted to do months ago. Like when Wings was still on the show, he wanted to go to a haunted house and everything. So it makes me wonder if Wings was still around. I wonder how much Buff was willing to drive across country to go visit Wings and do a full-on like stream or two and help Wing do a haunted house. I actually wonder about that now. But you know, besides that, pretty good stream on the haunted. I'm not a big fan of I'm not really a big fan of haunted house, but I enjoy it every so often. It's a little corny, it's a little cringy, yeah, but like, what do you expect? If you're expecting it'd be different, I don't know. It's not for everybody. I'm more like, it's not my thing, but hey, you get what you get, and if people like it. Also, apparently, this was actually on live and not on Nerd, so that was even more interesting.
Remember, Keemstar invited Amberlynn to Fat Camp, and Amberlynn was thinking about going, but her girlfriend, Amberlynn's girlfriend, said hell no. And the reason why Amberlynn's girlfriend said hell no to Amberlynn going to Fat Camp with Keemstar is because Amberlynn's girlfriend was jealous of Keemstar. She believed that Keemstar was trying to steal Amberlynn away from her. and rightfully and for sure, because Amberlynn's girlfriend thought that Keemstar was a chubby chaser. Yes, that's right, because you know the way Keemstar gave those looks at Becky. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. But we got the receipts right here. Here is her speaking on the whole thing with her girlfriend and everything that's going on. That's crazy. That's crazy. Here she is, ladies and gentlemen. Let's roll this. Go ahead.
I cannot deal with this anymore. I wish me, you, and Sweet Tea would host a show. You two girls have the best at stories. That would be interesting. I don't think that Keemstar would like me very much though, because I feel like Keemstar like really loves the crazies of it all. I mean, maybe I am kind of crazy. Maybe he would like me now that I could say what I want. Because I was always like very filtered being with Tommy, so does Tommy have leg pics? Yeah, a lot of them. Yeah. You say your pets are your baby.
So there you go. So she was very filtered when
So I did not know this. I did not know, mostly because I don't really pay attention to Gore World, but I also do not pay attention to Amberlynn. I know about her, same thing with Foodie Beauty, but I've never really like went out of my way to actually care for somebody like, I just never did. I feel like there's so much stuff there to pack, but the market over there is so full that it's like, it's even worth. I'm not saying it's not worth covering. It's just in my head, it's just like, well, you know, in my head, we gotta fire that. In my head, it would just be like, okay, well, how much do I gotta go through to just cover all of this stuff? How much of the trend shit? It's like a part of me, it's like, it's even worth covering. I can imagine a lot of people would be like, yeah, why don't you cover Foodie Beauty or Amberlynn Rin? I'm like, I don't want to get involved with Gore World, and even if I don't like cross paths with anybody, I just don't, you know, personally, I just don't see a reason to really cover that all the time. I just look at it and like, there's so much to seep through that I'm like, I'm really busy at, so there's half the time with the content I already cover and going through and editing. But this right here takes the cake. Also, good on Yo Mama. I didn't even knew about this stuff, right? So I guess if Yo Mama is really here to stick around, I hope we get more stuff like this. I hope we get more content like this. Let's move on.
That's just
Never good. Never good. You can have your opinion on it either way. I don't want to argue your opinion on it. But yeah, he was George Zimmerman, was he Neighborhood Watch? Was that his official capacity?
I don't know. Hectate's daughter, I have a question. Are you gonna get on your man here, your mama? You gonna get on him for working for Keem now? I mean, I have wait, hold on. Let me see how many links I got. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 3 links. Twice coming up on Rewind and once coming up on Queens talking about how he wouldn't work for Keem. Are you going to get on him for working for Keem? I'm just wondering. Because you know he's on the payroll now, right?
Actually,
your mama's on the payroll now.
I got a better question for Hekate's daughter. Do you want a job here? We're hiring. And Alex is great. Says, yeah, I'm an amazing person. I was friends with Ted Bundy. Makes sense. I
have a feeling I may have mixed up some of these streams, so if I did that by accident, which probably was, my apology. I didn't realize YouTube doesn't give me the exact time. It just gives me the date. Now back to Rewind. We got Rewind doing the usual Rewind weekend stream. It only went on for 3 hours. Usually they go around for what? 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. So with a little interest that it's got my interest that it only went for like 3 some hours. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not really going to complain too much. I'm not really going to complain too much about this. But nevertheless, Rewind did their usual Rewind coverage of stuff. Sorry, my beer's a little itchy. Little itchy beer, but. They cover mostly. Now, obviously, it's anybody. I don't know. So I think the idea of working with Keemstar is like, because after the whole Becky stuff, it's like, well, if somebody works for Keemstar, that's their decision. But if somebody claiming that this person isn't going to work for Keemstar, that's up to them. It's like it's very parasocial, in my honest opinion, when you're acting like that.
Something you don't do as character. It's not necessary.
No. Oh, you want me to say it? I'll say it, Becky. You want me to say it?
Boogie.
You want me to say it, Becky? I'll say it. I'll say it. You want me to say it? You want me to say it? I'll attack you. Is that an attack?
Boogie.
I'll say it.
Boogie. Please don't talk about the say.
She's bringing it up. I can't respond.
Okay, fine. You can give your opinion, but you better say, this is what I think. This is my opinion, and I was not there. And I was not there, Boogie. That's the very...
I was not there. But in my opinion, the way you told the story to me and then repeated the same rehearsed story the next day to Michael and Keem came across as if you were Heath. And I genuinely, I listen to women. I listen to victims because victims often go unheard and they often go unbelieved. But when what you're listening to does not make sense and does not add up and does not seem reasonable, at that point, you have...
So shout out to Ozzy for getting this clip because I couldn't find it to save my life. So I'm gonna obviously give him a ad as well. In the video itself, if you want to know where this part is. Now, I don't remember the last time I really spoke on the whole Richie thing. I think when I did my first initial video, I think I came out really neutral from what I believe Richie said. If Richie's in the chat, he can probably correct me because it's been such a long time. Obviously for me, let me be real. Yeah, I try to make it clear that it is my opinion that the essay didn't happen, and so on and so on. And I think as time goes on, that opinion of mine only strengthened because of the way Becky is as the person, and just my interaction with Richie, right? So it's kind of, for her to kind of throw that back out there, knowing that people are already very sensitive about that topic. Oof. Makes me wonder if Richie's ever going to just re-release that video he did months ago or not. Because I feel like if you're going like this, Becky, maybe you should have not thrown that out there. Just saying. Just saying.
If she wants to make money, and I said, no, that's fine. And I backed down. So that was the conversation that was had on live. I don't do any of this that's not on
you
live.
had my
Silent.
permission right there. You had my permission.
Yeah, but I didn't
so you had
have
his
Tina. But I didn't have Tina's. All I've done is piss Tina
You
off.
told Keem. You told Keem it was Mike and Tina that told you can't do solo streams.
Okay, that was the impression that I got when Mike said, Tina, why can't she? She could make us money. I was never told. Gidgy,
Just read
you can
in the Discord
Raise your hand
that
if
it
you
was
would get.
Tina.
Raise your hand if you get the opposite like reaction from that. If I say why can't she, that means you can.
No, now that I hear it, sure, yeah, I do see that. Yes, why couldn't you? You were advocating for it, but never was I. Look, Tina said Queens doesn't do solo streams. I listened to her. Forgive me for listening to what she said.
Listen, if Tina wants to jump in, she can. If she does it, Gidgy's live.
True.
And
That's
I
a good
said that I
point.
will be live every Sunday, and I will do a couple hours, and then I will game.
You know what would really be really good, Gidgy, is if the stream makes like more money than usual, and then we can like rub it in Tina's face.
But I don't want to.
Gidgy, have you seen the TV? Have you seen that Game of Throats?
That sounds like the porn parody, dude.
Yeah,
what the hell?
Everybody's-
It is the porn parody.
everybody's
He found out who
Two-Face.
I am.
Everybody.
Now, does it really matter if somebody goes solo? Like, it doesn't matter, right? Because in that universe, if you go solo on one day, you'll still make money, right? That channel will make money, so you will make money. And wasn't it always like Tina thing that she wants to work every weekend? So it's like I don't get it. Why does it matter if Gidgy works one day on the weekends, right? She'll stream every Sunday, unless like the idea Tina streams Saturday, so Gidgy gets a day off, and then Gidgy would stream Sunday, and then so Tina can get a day off. If that's the idea, I guess that can work. But it's not my place to really say. I don't know. I just find the idea just to be like, what does it matter, right? If I run the channel with somebody and they want to stream on the weekend, I'm just like, all right, cool. If you want me to, usually I would say, yeah, go for it. Do you need any help? And then they just like, oh, it doesn't matter. You can come in if you want. Like, okay, cool. And then I'll do the thing. Vice versa. It's like it doesn't really matter, I guess. Let's continue.
Dick, we definitely appreciate you coming up and talking to us. We got our donation.
Go there, go.
We have to get on with our cake.
We got to do our cake. So.
All right. Well, let me say this. I am fully on the chubby chasers right now, and I'm hoping that you're not going to regurgitate the rest of the shit that all these other channels are doing. Very happy to see you on channel. Thank you so much for having me up. Stick rules.
Yep.
I can't wait to see what you got in store for us now.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much, Stick.
Thank you for coming up, and thank you for being a chubby chaser. Real quick, Phantom says, hear me out. Feel like clearing the air with me as adults about all this stupid shiz. Phantom, when I was never really mad at you. I was mad at the situation, and then some of us hosts were getting called out in that chat. So then ours was the next one to go. And it was like, okay, well, we're going to talk about it. But as far as anything, I have nothing against you. Have been nothing other than that little flip off, but that was that. I'm good with that. You've been nothing but kind to me any other time.
And I think we can end it with Chubby. I'm pretty sure I messed up the timeline of which stream happened. I'm 100% sure I messed it up, but if I did and somebody can correct me which stream happened first, thank you. Besides all of that, I would say it was a pretty good weekend stream. I don't remember the last time I covered their weekend stream. I really don't remember. Yeah, no, I don't remember. And it's not because of anything bad. It was more like just been so busy with other stuff, and the whole Becky stuff just took more and more of my time. it just resulted in me just not lately covering their weekend stream. I believe it's been like what? I think it's like been like almost a month now, maybe like 2 weeks, 3 weeks since I covered their weekend streams. Quite a bit of time, actually, now that I think about it. Quite a bit of time. With that saying, till next time, God bless.